Good evening. Welcome to No Teacher Left Behind. Tonight we're going to talk about a very interesting topic in regards to the relationship between a teacher and the parents. The parents of the students who are sitting in their class that probably some of these teachers don't even know anything about the parents. They've never met them. Um, Some of the parents have never met the teachers, and it's very interesting that parents drop their kids off every day and they never communicate with the teacher. Because you know what, this is what I want to say right up front. Teachers are not babysitters. They're not some like daycare center you drop off and you just pick up your child. What would our classrooms look like if parents actually got out of the car? Doesn't matter what grade. I don't care if it's K through 12. Get out of the car, don't drop your kid off, and go and introduce yourself to the teacher. Wow, what a difference that will make. I think about all the times that me as a parent on the parent side, I knew I knew who the teachers were. I mean, we had a conversation. Today, everything is email, oh gosh, Facebook, everything is so out of reach that nobody communicates. Even if a teacher calls a parent, they will text them back. So what's wrong with that story? You have your child is a human being sitting in a class with another human being, but for some reason, you as a parent I guess most parents don't feel like they have to check in with the teacher or with the student. They just drop them off. It's almost like it's unbelievable that parents do not know that teachers exist. And I believe teachers try their best to communicate with parents because their job is so stressful. So tonight I want to talk about three possible solutions because I'm not gonna when this podcast is not designed to keep talking about the negativity of what's happening in our schools with our teachers. Those days are over as far as I'm concerned. We have to come up with solutions. So I'm going to talk about three possible solutions for teachers and parents to begin a stronger partnership. I believe it starts with the parents. I believe parents should be more grateful, parents should be more involved, and parents should reach out to the teacher. The teacher should not be running down a parent saying, hey, your child's doing this, your child's doing that. It is the responsibility of the parent to reach out to the teacher to take the load off of them. They have 30 students. You think that you are the parent, you're a VIP parent that they have to call? No, they have 30 other parents who probably are not supporting them. So I believe there should be something. I'm big about putting something in, write it in paper, write it down. There's only going to be so many times the teacher reach out to you as a parent, and after that third or fourth time, it's your responsibility to see what's going on with that child. Because a lot of parents don't take the responsibility because there's no consequences. So parents have to reach out first. The second, in regards to teacher and parent partnership, teachers should try to understand what's going on in that parent's life, because I know it's not your job as a teacher to try to be a counselor or therapist to parents, but if you kind of knew what that child, the home, if you knew just a little bit about the home life of that child and maybe talk to that parent a few times, I believe as a teacher, you may not get so frustrated. Like, wow, this kid is, yeah, the kid's having a problem. Divorced home, single parent, abuse in the home, we don't know. I think that would take the load off of a teacher if they just knew a little bit. Some countries, I believe Germany and believe maybe Korea, I think it's Korea, the parents and the teachers have a very good relationship. Very good relationship. The US, we're trying to catch up and see how we can change the relationship with teachers and and parents. Number three, this is a big one. Parents should not always assume that their child is telling them the truth in regards to the behavior of a teacher. Now, mind you, there are some teachers, because they're so stressed out, they may do something to a child, and it merits a child telling their mom or their parent, mom, the teacher did this. But for the most part, I don't believe teachers get up every day thinking about how they can hurt your child. The students in the classrooms today, I hate to say this, they sometimes outsmart the parent and the teacher. So here we have this little innocent student in the middle of two adults, basically manipulating both sides. So this is what I mean about not understanding the whole picture of that child, the family system that child has come from, that student, should I say. We can try our best to assume that the child wants an education, that the child wants to be at school, but many of the students right now are turning parents against teachers and teachers against parents so they can have the upper hand. They're very smart. It's not like back in the day when the teacher, well, actually, I'm sorry, the parent automatically took the teacher's side. If you got sent home and you were disrespecting your teacher, you were in trouble. Now, parents are just, they don't believe it. They just don't believe that their child could be giving a teacher a hard time. So let's recap this a little bit. We have a situation in our school districts where teachers are always reaching out, but parents never return the call, and there's no consequences. Then we have a situation where parents are not being accountable for when they don't reach out. And then finally, we have students who are constantly manipulating the system to make sure they don't get in trouble. So let's think about this for 1 second. When teachers and parents become partners, I would even say like a husband and wife. I mean, it's not to that level, but you got two adults raising one child. So now you have two adults, which is a teacher and a parent, helping a child learn. The teacher and the parent must be on the same page, just like the husband and the wife. And I don't want to make that metaphor, that correlation, as if teachers and parents are married, but they have one common goal. In a household, the common goal is to raise a child that will respect both parents and respect the rules in that household. And the concept in partnering with teachers is that teachers and parents are on the same page in regards to that child's learning. They're learning their aptitude. We should never have a situation where the parents are attacking the teachers or the teachers are just not communicating with the parents. Because teachers, you make your job much harder when you don't know what's happening in that home and you've never talked to the parent. And parents, you're making your job much harder when you take the time to talk to the teacher because you believe your child. So we partner together for the progress of that student. Partnering means we are a team. I don't even know if that concept could ever come back. We can try. I see all these conferences. People go to, I wouldn't say people, but professional teachers go here. They learn. Why haven't we had a parent teacher conference? Like not a phone call, like 1 hour. We're talking like when you go away for days at a time and go to a week-long conference where there's parents and teachers. Wow. Wouldn't that be interesting? Voila. I think we are long overdue. We're long overdue for where we have these week-long conferences where parents, you have to come. This is a part of the curriculum. If you don't come, your child can't come to school the following week. Period. That's it. That's the bigger solution. because sometimes I think parents are oblivious to what's going on. We have to have real life reenactment of what's happening. I would even, this is not funny, but I mean, teachers need to videotape what goes in their on in their classroom. So when the parents come to the conference, these week-long conferences, you got to be kidding me. Yes, that's your child. Because there's no, parents are insensitive to what teachers are going through. And then teachers are insensitive to what parents are going through, just raising the child, getting them to study. So you have to become partners. You have to become partners. And that's really the bottom line. A lot of, the pressure to raise or to educate the next generation of students is not something you want to blink about. It's very serious. We've got AI, we've got social media, we've got mental illness, we've got a lot of things going on to distract a student from doing what they need to do. We got wow, I can go on and you already know what we have going on in our classroom. So that's not the issue. The issue is because so much is hitting the students and the teachers, parents must partner with the teacher or take your kid out. Just it just make it easier for you, your child, and the teacher. Okay, so that's pretty much it. As far as there's much more I can say about parent and teacher partnership, but the biggest thing is that we need conferences. We need week-long conferences where teachers get a week off, parents have to attend, and we can sit down and talk about the real classroom, not the one they think that exists. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye. Until next week.